Okay. First of all, I just want to start saying thank you, God. I gotta, I gotta be thankful. The reason why I'm thankful is because this trash here, I can imagine myself being part of that and being part of this mission. This trash are low life, and I, I know what this program is about. But let me just say, I understand what this program is about. Let me just start by introducing myself accordingly. In my last video was a little bit too much emotion, but I'm what you call a target individual. I'm a TI. Target individuals are basically human subjects being utilized by these governmental entities, and they're developing very advanced technology and utilizing us as guinea pigs. There's men, there's women, and there's children. This is happening all around the world. The suffering is intense, is slow, and it's disturbing. We deal with all kind of technology and the tactics. You're gonna hear a lot of target video mention something about gang stalking, dark the energy, community mobbing. You're gonna hear target video talk about voice to skull V2K, synthetic telepathy, and other similar technology of that nature. You're gonna hear target individual call out this gang stalking, this community mobbing, where is a bunch of people around them acting in this theatric way. They treat them in this degrading way, disturbing way. They are theatrical, and they're false. They're full of like defamation, and paint them in different ways. A lot of them consist of neighbors or wherever they go. You know, I guess some target individuals believe that they are paid actors, but they are acting. They are theatrical. They can be very into their theatrics. It seems like what this trash do, this ecosystem, is to try to discern the target individual to make them believe that this is anything but a massive government doing that. They try to paint this false reality. And the false reality is to make the target individual look a certain way. They try to paint them in a certain way, but also try to make it look like that this is not the governmental entities utilizing these people as guinea pigs. Try to kind of distort the target individual to see things for what they are. But unfortunately, this is worse. You are just a test subject. What's happening to you? You're being a guinea pig now. The target, this purpose try to get you to think that this is a cult, a this and that is all kind of a facade. Some of them think this is some kind of sorcery happening, some kind of cult is happening, some organized crime doing that. Some like they try to disorient you when it clearly is a governmental entity that's very, very advanced, like the Department of Defense. The participant can be as unimpressive as you can imagine, but that's because the program is so advanced. And it's part of this whole thing. For me, sometimes, and a lot of times when talk about it, they dress in certain colors and they try to make it look like this, and it's like stupid. It's all kind of theatrics. Some of them wear red, white, and blue. And for me, so there's a point that you all dressed in red. It's like, oh god, it becomes like so like it's so obvious because you hear the target individual saying the same thing, and you understand what they try to do. Is like they want to be seen that they're perps, so they dress all in red. It's like, okay. It's all part of this tactic that these governmental entities have created. So, it's systematic. You start understanding, okay, they do these things in this like organized way that's done similarly wherever you go. And others are saying the exact same thing. It's clear that this is like an MK Ultra on steroid. But the clowns around you, these perps, are supposed to just make you see these things in this different retarded way. For me, I deal, especially in this place here, I have an ecosystem of a bunch of fucking teenage retards, which is something they commonly utilize in this program. There's a lot of teenage attitude that they target major call out. And not even just like kids, they even grown-ass men, and they just like think they can like act a certain way. Yesterday or a few days ago, I went to the doctor. This white guy who he thought he was going to walk, and he immediately I bring up the testimonial of somebody who just caused a mass shooting, and then you see him just start walking fast. He started focusing on it. He started speed walking. It's like, this clown, what the fuck was he thinking? They really think they can be theatrical enough for you to subscribe to these things. It's like, for me, it's like, I've accepted reality for what it is. You're not going to paint this thing in different ways. I know your mission. I know your true mission in this. And I'm not going to let you live your fantasy. My mission is to make sure that you see reality for what it is. And not even that, you're not going to be able to go into these ways of painting this fantasized way. With me, I deal with V2K, synthetic telepathy, and gangster game mobbing. 2 seconds ago, I just deleted something, and I didn't even see it. They were trying to stimulate me because they do this disgusting manipulation to make me have this like disgusting sexual arousals when I see children, and then try to act like they're protecting children. It's so disgusting. I didn't even see a child this time, just making me imagine. I saw like some white stuff at the bottom, and they start giving me stimulation. This is one of the things they want me to internalize, like they know manipulate my brain. It's one of this facade and the presentation. And other things they do is they try to vilify me, bring out whatever they can, but yeah, now you're gonna pay. For example, yesterday, I made a whole video that you've seen with a lot of passion. I was listening to a man called, I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about this man called Andy Dick, and all his crazy stuff he was doing. Andy Dick was a comedian that was kind of a little cuckoo, and he loved to, like, he was groping co-stars. He was like, and then apparently there's a long list of things he did. Apparently he groped a Uber driver when he was driving. Then he groped a man, and then he groped a woman there in like some kind of parking lots. And then and then at some point when he was like a 42-year-old man at the Buffalo Wild Wing, he was groping a 17-year-old girl and then took her bra off. And the commentators are like, oh, because he just killed him in a way, he overdosed. It's like, oh man, he should have died because he doing that to a 17-year-old. This 42-year-old taking out the brand. And he's like, oh, he should be under the jail. This trash immediately started bringing up me when I was in Medusa Mission. It's a nightclub. To go in that club, first of all, I used to go there when I was between 18 and 23. I started going in when I was 18, a senior in high school, around that. And continue to go there a little bit during college years. And to go into that place, you have to be 17. That's why I was able to go in at 18. And the people that used to go there were like people finishing high school and in college. When I used to go there. When myself, I was finishing high school and in college. And a lot of my friends who used to go there, it's a place that people our age used to go. There was not that many options. It's somewhere in the suburbs somewhere. And they're like, now when you were there, he grabbed his butt, he did this, and they're like, how was he when it was trash? I was about the same age as me. But trash like you, what they try to do is try to vilify me. Because today they have this little fucking trash woman even alive when I used to go there. Who's like, no, you groped me, trash us. They utilize this trash. Like I said, there's a lot of teenager shit involved in this program. So with me, when they do that, they want to present themselves as this like Me Too-ish kind of faction. So they have these fucking losers, this little trashy shit. That think that what we're gonna do is we're gonna act like we're not doing it for when he used to go to this in his youth. And they send this little trash involved in the program that's out here doing this evilness. If you listen to the testimonials of all the horrible things they do to women and children in this program, it's well testified. They are here destroying their life in different ways. Sexual torture and others. For me, my mission is to make sure that these fuckers don't try to, they will not negate that. They are connected to that. They're part of this program. Women being destroyed in every way possible. Children too. I'm not going to let the fucking shit over there that think that if they say a few things, it's going to negate that. It's my mission, and I'll fulfill that mission. That this low life don't live their fantasy. I will make sure I live up to that mission, that for the soul of all these women and with children dying in this program, this teenage shit who think they're going to be heroic, talk about me before they were even fucking born, and then play these victims and think they're heroes when they're involved in a program that's out here doing these horrible things to these women, to these children. I promise you it's my mission that you're not going to live your fantasy. They really even use like me-too-ish kind of verbiage, like, we cancel you, trash us. You're canceling women all around the world. They really try to recreate inverse reality. These fuckers are the ones who should be dying under every jail possible for the atrocities and the horror that they're part of, for the tortures. And they do this thing, that this program is facilitated so anybody can participate in these horrible things. In their pajamas, they can be involved in the worst thing out here, burning women to death. Slowly. Not even burning to death. I'm burning them. Using this technology that can give you this burning sensation. They have like scarf and all kinds of things. And targeting the genitals a lot. In their fucking pajamas. With no consequences. Because in this program, they utilize torture to develop this technology. But these fuckers are trying to recreate reality. Say, now you will pay. And then they have this trash like, nah, you touch me, I'll kill you if you ever come near me and play this game. I promise you. I will crash out to all these perps who thinks I'm just going to let them just play this little fantasy. And they think that they're talking this. It's like, I promise you that I will not even, it's my mission to ensure that if the second this low life try to play this game, one, I have a body cam for a reason. So they try to, they have to, one, deal with the fact that this is all filmed. So you come and play your fucking game, know that you're going to be on camera. Two, the camera won't stop me from doing whatever I need to do if this trash play this game. This is my mission. I don't need to take the stories of some other people that had nothing to do with me. This program is doing that. In this program, I was with others saying this is torturing men, women, and children all around the world. There's testimonials of women saying this is happening to a lot of defenseless women. This defense technology is being applied and tormenting and torturing women. They're in this program. They try to make it look like this program is something else. They're anything but this massive government. They're like, no, but this is our signal. And they trash us. Because what they try to do, they try to maintain that bubble of fantasy. Of course, this is a massive government. Of course, this is not just about me. They didn't create a signal just for me. Target Vigil, I don't want to minimize high importance, but all this thing is for a bigger purpose. So I know they didn't create this whole, they're not spending all this thing just for me. I'm just putting the program where they kill women and torture women. And this participant are participating in this. And so you can go involved in that and be like, oh, I'm going to block out how we torture women and rape them and torture them and burn them and fry them and do all this shit. And I'm just going to be accountable for being involved in something that does that to you, dumb, delusional trash. You got involved in something that does things to men, women, and children. And it's doing that to me. So when you come with your little fantasy, we're going to behave accordingly. My mission will be to never let this low life to even fantasize that this is some cancel program. Men are losing their mind and causing mass shooting because they're being manipulated and tormented psychologically, which is what's happening to me. I will not let them not only think that I'm subscribing to this manipulation, and I will never let them believe that they can play these Avengers and Justice Seekers when they are killing, frying women. And even if this person haven't participated hands-on onto the torture of women and children, hands-on, they're putting effort to negate the horrible things they do to women and children because they have to maintain the facade. They want to stop me from seeing them for what they're part of and let them create a fantasy. Their mission is to paint themselves as something that does not here frying women and torturing children. That's their mission. And they're putting effort to negate that. How? Every time I'm listening to that, they try to disorient me, they distract me because they don't want me to pay attention to the horror they do to women and children. This little trashy teenage shit that the government utilizes, their job is to negate that. This trash should be dying somewhere in below. It's not in jail. There's something beyond that. Because what they're part of, what they're accountable of, is being involved in this. And what's this? Something that's out here frying their life, destroying the life of so many women in so many terrible ways too. Atrocities. We'll talk about sexual torture in a level that you can't even comprehend. You know how they try to compensate for that? They tell me they're going to torture me worse. That's how they try to compensate. Say, with you, because it's our mission, we're going to torture you worse than the way we torture women and children. Then they send this trash to think that their mission is going to negate that. My mission is to make sure that you don't live your fantasy, that you deal with the reality of what this is. And when you face, I promise you, if you thought that your mission successfully made me see you as something else but a program that torture babies and women, it'll be my mission to make sure that this is seen clearly. They try to create this mental battle with the things that change in my brain. But my mission will be real. It's not about fiction. So let's face, you have your fictional reality, and I have the reality that I listen to every day, that you put effort. Your mission is to negate. To this trash who's going to play their victims, calling, their reality, which is going to be bad. I'm going to crash out. And I have the body cam. Their reality is they're going to play the victims of whatever it is. Some of them say they're going to say they got raped by me. Some of them going to say they got groped by me. Whatever story they're going to come up with. And they call it their reality. And they try to method act this victimized situation. They've been victimized. I was like, exactly. That's what this is about. It's about false reality. Then painting yourself like this. No worry, my mission is to make sure that you who making yourself a fake victim, you're just a trash that needs to die under every nasty ass jail you can imagine. But if that can happen because you're just nothing participating in a program led by the government, I'll do my part. I'm doing that not just for me, for all these women and children that you've been putting your effort and your mission to negate. Come, you a little delusional. They're running me to say some right words so they can go into the mental battle how they twisted this whole thing. Okay, come your mission. I'll bring the real. My mission is to bring reality. And you're gonna test it out. Like this white guy who was walking all, and then all of a sudden he heard me just getting ready mentally. He started speed walking. What the fuck was he thinking? What does this clown looks like? It's my mission to ensure that this low life don't live their fantasy. They'll deal with the reality of what they're part of, and I'm not gonna let them paint the reality the way they want it and call it their mission. And call me, say they're canceled. That's not canceled. They are canceling women, destroying her career, destroying their whole life, their health. That's my mission.